grateful of our players, for them to come on a short week on the road in a hostile environment, very hostile. I'd been here one time before with Alabama, but it was different. There was different energy in there. Really cost us actually on the early fourth down. We were trying to get out of it, and players couldn't even hear us. I guess they're not supposed to ring them at that point, but it seems like they were. So, that cost us a critical situation there. And our defense really, bend don't break the whole day. And, keeping them to all those field goal attempts was huge. And our offense struggled early. Those are really good defensive players. I said it all week, and you see them in warm-ups. They're really long. They've recruited extremely well there on defense, and you can see it. So, it's not easy, and guys rose to the occasion and find a way to win, and they did it. It wasn't easy. It's a top 10 rush defense and on the road. So just so proud of our guys, and just awesome to see them. Before we got here, they've talked a lot about it, these 5th, 6-year seniors, what they've been through to get to this point. And to watch them and just watch them sing there at the end and enjoy it is really neat. And told them all week, you can do things that are special, but it's really special if you do something that's never been done before at a place. And they'd never won 10 regular season games. And for this group of players and assistant coaches to do that was really cool.
Nick Suss, go ahead.
Lane, there's going to be a lot made about the 10 wins. Is this what you foresaw when you started the season, or did it kind of click for you later that you guys had this sort of potential?
I would have foreseen this season. I don't know if you would ask me 2 years ago necessarily when we first got here, but after spending a year with the offensive firepower and coming back, I don't know if I would have predicted if you would have told me the quarterback would have been hurt, all 3 receivers would have been hurt, and all 3 of those guys missed time, and some all at the same time. I don't know that I would have predicted that, but our defense held us together through those injuries and did it again tonight. And the third downs are kind of crazy. 11 of 18 on offense, 4 of 14 for those guys was a huge part of the game.
Michael Katz, go ahead.
Hey, Lane, I know when we've talked to Matt earlier this year, he's brought up that there's just something special about this team and the guys in the locker room. From your perspective, what is it that has kind of made this team a little bit different?
I don't know. I kind of call them blended family. It just kind of gets put together. Some have been here 6 years, from the beginning, and some been here 1 year. And they've come from all over the place. We got transfers, walk-ons, everything. So it's really cool to see them pick each other up. Every coach always says, this team's a family, and they say that every year, and that's not really true. So this is one of those unique years, unique teams. They really are, and they protect each other like that and play for each other like that.
Blake Topmeyer, go ahead.
Yeah, Lane, you guys at this point are probably almost certainly going to a New Year's Six bowl game. Can you put into perspective what that means for Ole Miss football?
Well, I hope we are, because they just all celebrated like we are. So you have some really upset players. They went 10-2 in the SEC and aren't. So it's just it really is remarkable. What these kids did, and they call themselves Band of Brothers, and they really are. And it's really special. And again, never doing 10 regular seasons, do it. Football has been played here a long time. And, and the SEC is as strong as ever, with more SEC teams than there used to be. So it's even harder. And so really, really special deal.
Nick Suss, go ahead.
Lane, was there a point in the spring or summer, or maybe even in the fall, when you saw the defense kind of believe in itself for the capabilities it's shown later in the year?
Yeah, I think they had some scrimmages where, when we're full strength on offense, when Ben was there and the receivers are healthy, we're really good with this quarterback. And so, our defense would struggle. And then there's a couple of scrimmages that they really stopped the offense. And I think they felt that confidence, and it just started in the Louisville game. Just such a different feeling to the way that they hit, the way that they played. And obviously schematical change helped and transfers helped. kind of went free agency, whether it was new guys like Chance coming right now or guys that had sat out last year, like Otis and Mark
Blake Topmeyer, go ahead.
and Springer, obviously. Sorry.
Lane, I don't know if you've thought about this, but there's a lot of talk in the offseason about a 12-team playoff. If that were in place today, you all would be headed to the playoff with a chance to play for the national championship or compete for it. Has that thought crossed your mind? And what do you think about it if so? The fact that if that were in place, you guys would be playoff bound.
Yeah, I don't think that way. I mean, that's fun for fans and you guys to write about to give people something to read, but that's not the case. So it doesn't matter. So I don't really think about things that aren't possible.
Any other questions for Coach?
You never know. Maybe everybody lose Saturday and we'll get in. Never know.
I'll follow up, not on that thought, but with
I don't know
the,
analytically if that's possible. I haven't studied the analytics.
not with the defense. I guess to follow up on what Nick asked, is a 1-year turnaround. What allowed for that to happen? I mean, you guys, it's been well discussed. We're not very good defensively last year and kind of holding your own at this point. Are there a few things that maybe you think allowed for that to turn around as well as it has in 1 year?
Yeah, two major things. A major schematical change, completely different, wholesale on it. We didn't go halfway and say, okay, on first and second down, we're going to do it, but on third down, not. We went all in on it. It's kind of like going tempo offense, just going all in and players. I mean, you got different players than a year ago out there too, playing, with Otis and Mark and Springer and Chance. That's a lot of guys right there.
Nick Suss, go ahead.
I know you kind of downplayed the rivalry this week, but after that elite touchdown, we saw you kind of get into it with your sideline and with some of the fans. Just what does it feel like to you to kind of get swept up in the emotion of a moment like that?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I get it now. Like I said, it was different than coming here in Alabama. There is, a lot of things said to you on the way out. Their players, say a lot of things during the game, and it gets emotional and gets competitive. So I did kind of get caught up in that. And those bells are really annoying, by the way. So, and they don't even come close to following the rules. So whatever rule that is that they're supposed to stop, they don't.
Great. Thanks, Coach.